Yo, how's it going, team? We're all on Twitter. Cheers. Not drunk, don't worry, not drunk. But I'm can't really be drunk. I've only got beers, and I'm in like three different positions. I'll talk through them all. Wow, PSTI just failed. Yes, it must mean I'm finally up on that, am I? No, I'm still down. Am I looking at it wrong? I bounced as thinking. Oh, is that Stella? Did you get in SEPA? I got in SEPA long actually. Fire the questions. I'm watching a lot of different tickers right now. I'll put you on the main screen. I'm watching a lot of tickers on the other screen right now. I'm in a few positions, so me profit and loss is fairly volatile. Not really. It's going up and down like 20, 30 bucks. Not a lot. I'm just on the verge of clearing 600 on the day. Yep, just cleared 600. So I'd like to get this cover on INO. I've just got to cover like 1242. I'm up 615, 620, 630, 625, 621, 635, 639. It's basically because INO and PSTI are falling at the same time, so I'm green on both. Guys, say hello, say where you're from. It's not too crazy a day. I mean, if I get 1,000 day out of this, I'll be shocked because there's really not really that much on to scrape 1,000 though. I'd be shocked. I really would like to take some off of INO because I've always been nervous about it. I'm most nervous about this turning around. I'm just waiting for the YouTubers to come in. Say hello, say where you're from. Just waiting for the YouTubers, the YouTube lot. And then I'll start putting screens up and patterns and stuff like that. And you can throw in some tickers and stuff like that. I'm tempted. I'm up 600. I'm tempted to just take it off and say it's a day. But INO, it just could be the start of the breakdown. That's what scares us. So I keep on basically taking profits, like covering dips, shorting pops, covering dips, shorting rips. Yeah, covering. I was make that mistake. INO looks like it's got another bit of a leg down. The XRT's holding, but I think it'll crack in the afternoon. Once INO breaks the 50s, it could be real panic. Yay, here you guys come. Sweet. Yeah, I really want to cover a bit of INO and then maybe play it safe because I've been taking this from the 1350s down to the been short from the 1350s, in and out, in and out, in and out. I don't want to be a pussy, but yay, from all over, guys. Nice. Give it a few more minutes. Give it a few more minutes for the YouTube lot to come in. But INO, I'm really hoping it gives up the 1260s. I'm trying to be patient with it. Let's just zoom in on this a bit. It looks weak like. It's not got much hope of bouncing right now that I can see. I'm not reading level 2, I'm just looking at the tape. 60, come on, once the 60s go, we'll hopefully get a bit of a drop. But I'm not trading really well. I'm trading on profit and loss. I'm not trading the chart. I'm like, oh, you've made 650, whatever, just take it. See how much am I in INO? I'm in 400. And I was gonna take the cover at 1252. It's only a 10 cents drop. Like, oh, you can give us 10 cents, guys. If it flashes 1260 one more time, it's gonna drop. At the same time, I'm gonna be a pussy and just cover it for the profits. Just took 200 off. Scared us a bit. Eh? That can't be right. No. I'm just locking some in because I want to lock in a 600 day. Like 600 days, cool. But I don't want to take it off because I think it's probably going to fall. So, all right, I think I'll be quiet. I don't think there's too many in. Hopefully it'll build. But yeah, I mean, I'd like to clear that 600 day. Let's check me open positions. Yeah, I'm green on everything. That's super cool. All right, so let's talk through the day. Let me share. I only really need to share the main stocks to trade. Anyway, let's quickly get some questions off you guys as well. Is that Elliot? He's back. He's back. How's it going, brother? Guys, I plan to do a straight hour, and then I'll probably be done from the market. I traded some stuff that I don't normally trade, but I traded it very well. So I just want to like talk through from my own recollection, and then also like to help you guys learn as well. All going well, I should close out $700 profit today, which on top of 2.5K yesterday is epic, and making $700 on setups that I don't normally trade, and without any, like I was never down. Today I was not down more than, I don't think I even went red on anything, maybe like 40 bucks max. Just really safe building to winners, stuff like that. Really, it's amazing how safely you can trade when you know what you're doing. I'm just about to fall below 600. That's a shame, but whatever. I'm glad I took that little bit off. I know. So what's up? What up, Lee? Chris B. Aries, familiar name now. Nice to see you, bro. Armani, familiar name. Nice to see you, bro. I'm from Portugal. Nice, brother. Hello from LA. What up, bro? What up, bro? Canadian. What up, eh? Latvian. Nice, nice. I think Chris, obviously I've seen you before. Washington, D.C., home of the president. Like it. Germany. Good stuff, man. I've got a couple of German friends out here. Man, I just want to tell you I blew up my account really bad and stupidly made 600 on the day, and then... Oh, dude, you're leaving us in suspense. What happened after that? Tell us, and I'll maybe try and help you where you went wrong. I haven't blew up an account in a while. What's up, Stephen? I'm short from 1330, still green, but red on the day. Definitely see this one going. Short from 1330. Yeah, it's starting to drop now as a pussy covering. I'll talk about INO first, probably. It can pull back to the 12s. We'll talk about that now. Let's talk about INO now. I'll go full screen for you guys. So this was a weird one. I really, really, really don't like short and strength. I really don't. And this is strength. You're trying to find the front of the move, and it's not easy to do. It's a sick breakout. But when it does break out, it gives it all back. So I'm out at 1252. I think I've got another cover, which is sweet. But I really don't like short and strength because, like, where's your resistance level? Like, your main resistance, honestly, is the 18s. And we're shorting at the mid-range without a key resistance level. Like, there's no real resistance level to short it off. So you kind of shorten blind, which is everything I don't like to do. So I was very, very, very careful with this. And it's volatile and it's choppy. I hate trying to find a top on this, but what made us interested is you've got this gradual incline. Like, look how choppy this is, how it washed down and came all the way back up. And it washed below the support and then popped back up anyway. What really interested is you had this gap and then you had this other gap. And, like, you know that if people are long from, like, the 1160s and it opens at 13, like, people are going to take profits as soon as it starts going wrong because they're like, people from the previous night have really made money. So it is due to pull back, first of all. The second thing is, how can you judge when it's going to pull back? I mean, the day before, it cracked and then made new highs. So it's proven that it can have these weird moves and still come back, which is why I've been, like, taking profits. Like, I'm covering at 1252, and I could regret it, but I've just been in and out, and it's really worked well. It's really served as well. Like, I'm up on this. I've got so many trades. I'm up. I made 30 bucks, then 170, so 223, 420. I'm up 420 I'm up $420. Be a bit more if this 52 goes. Wait for the noise. Wait for the noise. 53s are going. 53s are going to get smashed. 52s. There you go. That's us out. I'm fully out now. I'll probably try and buy a bounce somewhere later. So that's 613. 540 realized, 630 unrealized. 630 including the unrealized. But I mean, with this, I've been playing it since this morning. And basically, when I saw this red candle, I was like, shoo, this looks a little bit weak from the open. So I thought I'll play off higher days. So I was shorting in the 13.15s, added in the 13.40s, getting scared. I was about to cut it, and I was basically, in fact, I did cut it. Did I? No, I didn't cut it. I cut some because I've got a $40 loss on it, but I cut some up in the 13.60s, and then it came all the way down. And then since it came down, I remember when this failed, I got back in short on VWAP, thinking if it fails, like if it pushes back up, I'll get out higher day again. It's a bit of a weird place to short like VWAP, but I was just like, look, it's had this massive pullback. It's come back up, and it's not having the strength, and it was looking weak on the tape. I was like, this looks like it could fall through VWAP. Yeah, I was like, this is heavy on VWAP. VWAP's not supporting. It's not ripping off VWAP. Normally stock bounce off VWAP. This was heavy on VWAP. I was like, I'm going to take some shorts in the 13.30s. And basically, I was just covering, reshorting. This was a bit scary because I thought it might push higher day. Reshorting into this, and then just covering the dips, and then shorting the pop, covering the dip, shorting the pop, covering the dip. And then it really started to break down here. I got a really nice cover in the 1250s, 1270s. I got a cover in the, and then obviously I'm getting covers again in the 1250s. New low of day, this is really starting to break down. And I'm probably playing it a bit too safe. And it'll probably, like, well, I always say this, I always say, oh, it's due a big crack, and I played it too safe. And then the better strategy is just to cover the dips and short the rips. Whenever I try and go for a bigger win, I always leave money on the table by not covering the dips and shorting the pops. Always. So that's the story of INO. See what else you guys are saying? This reminds me of VRXT. Yeah, I'm short VRXT as well. So the other stock that I'm short is VRXT. VRXT, I tried to go long and I fucked up, and it was like I lost $700. It's my biggest loss of the month. I was up 350 and then I lost 700. Biggest loss of the month, and it's fucking long. VRXT, I'm now short because it's kind of proven that it's topped, and then I'm just waiting for everyone to give up and sell on it. It might come back, but it's not really looking, oh no. It's just popped up, yeah, that's not good. Popped up with a bit of volume. I was thinking about it, my profits go. So VXRT is a shame because we'll see what happens with this. I might have to cut this. I'm up like $40, but I was up over 100 on it. This pop kind of came out of nowhere, and it's a bit of liquid. You've got this 120,000 volume come in. That's a shame. What's me entry on it? Because I fucking, them borrows, I've adding with the borrows. I still think VXRT is destined to fucking fail. It's in the 280s now. It's gonna come into yesterday's resistance in the 290s, and and it's coming into the day before's resistance. It's coming into 2 periods of resistance in the 90s. So I'll hang fire with this one, and I'll just keep an eye on it. But I mean, it's a bit of liquid, which pisses us off. If it holds VWAP and starts pushing, I'll have to cut it. I'll be break even on that. I'll lose like $30 on borrows, which is one of those things, but it's not really going to affect us overall. So VXRT is a disappointing one, and PSTI is disappointing as well. So But I mean, I took 3 shorts and I only needed one of them to really. Oh God, I know it's in the 1220s. I played that way too safe. Way too safe. That's a real shame. That is a real shame. But my cover was 1252, so like obviously by the time it bounces, I didn't lose that much on it. PSTI as well. I'm like, it's not got much volume. It's got a ton of resistance. Obviously in the 960s and the 950s. It's not looking like it's going to break through. And I mean, it's come from the 4, so at some point it's going to come down and crack. This is more like just a good risk reward. Like I've got good risk reward in the 950s. It's not really doing anything. VXRT I think is kind of coming back down. It's just a bit of liquid here. It's coming right back down. So I'm back up a decent amount on. So PSTI, I mean, I'm going to leave this for like, look, I mean, what got us in PSTI is it's a good short into resistance. And in the afternoon, it had this big crack. So I'm hoping for the same kind of thing. INO, oh, do I want to get back into this? I do not know. INO, I do not know. VXRT is obviously... I think this could have some downside. This could crack in the afternoon. It's had its little push. It's a bit of liquid. I don't like the liquidity. It's traded 3 million, but it still fucking moves weird as fuck. I'm trying to have patience with this one, but it's not easy when it does stuff like that. Like it just went from, that's not much. Like it's gone from the 276s to the 280s. It's gone 4 cents. It's not much. But I'm in about 4 grand short on it, am I? I'm in 1,200 shares of $3 stocks. I'm in about, I don't know what my exposure is, about 6 grand maybe or something. It's just been weird. Like it's been on a real downtrend. Like it's almost like a descending triangle on the daily. If you look at it, across 3 days, you've got this. It's bottoming it. It's triple bottom now, and it's support obviously from a couple of days ago. So it's triple bottoms. Maybe I'll keep onto this because it's just reacting to support. But you've got this crazy descending triangle from like 2 days ago, and I think I know it's a bit of liquid, but I need to give it time to see if it cracks this descending triangle, which is really interesting. If you look on the 3 days, it's got this really perfect descending triangle. So I need to see if it's going to break this descending triangle in the afternoon, or if it's going to hold it, because if it cracks it, we've obviously got downside to the 250s, 220s. There's a lot of downside. I think I need to play the bigger picture and stop being obsessed with getting like a 600-day. I should be like, look, give it 100 risk, because if VXRT does crack, you could make 1,000. So it's worth just hanging on for that. INO's got a nice bounce. Back up to the. I don't like reshorting where I covered. So I'd love to see a really big, nice bounce on this. Typically, I just see when they're going to roll over. I'd love to see an extra, get it up to the 62, 63s. I think I might get it. 1263, I'll put another 200 short in. Go on, it's ripping up. This is why you cover with choppy stocks like this. 60s, come on, come on, come on. Get up, get up, get up, get up, get up. Don't roll over just yet. 61, come on, come on, come on. 63, come on, come on. Hey, I've got it. So I'm back in. That's good. I cannot see this going to fucking VWAP, but I'm gonna be careful with this because I don't want to give back profits. I don't want it to squeeze up all of a sudden or anything like that. So I'm being careful. Like I'll put me next ad at like 1283, which is quite conservative because it probably won't get there. But we are playing this to like crack in the afternoon probably. You see, you get quite good at reading the tape. You got that 1263 and then it's immediately pulling back. you'll start learning like how to read the level 2 the more you do it, and you start being able to read when it's topping out. And when you've got like understanding of the daily, understanding of the fundamentals, understanding of the intraday, and understanding of the tape, you can start really making money with little risk. It's took us 3 years though. And that's the plays of the day. I told you guys about SAEX, right? If you weren't here yesterday, I was a drunk moron yesterday. But SAEX, every time it gaps, it fails. It's gap and crap. Gap, fail, gap, fail, gap, fail, gap, fail, gap, fail, gap. And obviously the day it gapped, so I just shorted like 10 grand. And I picked up like 2.5 grand yesterday. Feels surreal to even say it, if I'm being honest. Oh, the XRT is going high. Fuck, let's have a quick look at the XRT again. It's okay. As long as it doesn't break the descending triangle, I can handle it. And there's a lot of... going to play a bit of the long game with this. I'm probably going to go red on it, but it's not really going to ruin my day. I think if it cracks and does fail on this descending triangle, I think I'll get a couple of hundred on it, where if I just hold it, I'll lose like 40 bucks overall. So the risk reward's like 3 to 1, 4 to 1. So I can handle that. Dude, how did you blow up your account? I'm very curious. I've blew up like fucking 30 or 40 accounts before. I am the master of... I blew up so many accounts until I started making more money. Yeah, that 1330 short on INO. On VXRT, sorry. On INO, sorry, I'm mixing them up. $13.30 short is pretty solid. Obviously, you've got your head and shoulders, right? And then you've got the double, the lower high. This was a good telltale sign that it was feeling this lower high, but it's down a lot now, so I'd be careful. I'm a bit scared this is going to come all the way back up to VWAP because it's down a lot. That's why I'm being so. That's why my ads are like right up at VWAP. All I would say is I hope you're taking your profits on the dips. I know it looks like it can pull back to the 12s. Agree. Yeah, fucking VRXT's. Yeah, it's fucking us now. But it's fine. It's still red on the day. WULL. Tim Grattani was talking about this. Wow, this is probably a really good short soon. I can't believe this. Tim Grattani was long this from yesterday's banked. That's a nice crack, like interesting float. I mean, it's up tons. The volume's massive, 160 million, which is not a lot for a $2 company, but it's massive. I wouldn't like to short this. It seems like too much of a frontside move. Obviously, you've got this big crack, but I mean, it's only cracked because it went parabolic. This is definitely a short for like tomorrow. I think tomorrow could be a really good down day for it. But I would be too scared. Because I mean, what you're going to do, like say you're short now, and then it just creeps up to the 220s, 230s. You've got to cover, you've got to swing it overnight, it's not worth it. And then with this much volume and with this much strength, like people are going to buy up the cracks like they've bought up this one. So you don't really have good risk reward either way, but thank you for bringing it to my attention. It's definitely on the watch for tomorrow as a potential short. PSTI looks like it dropped a bit, so I've just jumped back up over. Yeah, PSTI is rejected off VWAP. It's just put us back over 600, which is cool. I'm from England, mate. I'm going in the bath. I'd like a cup of tea, mate. Mate, I'm from England too. Elliot Carpenter, I remember the name. What's up? Explain why the flow on CPA was rotated several times but tanked. Yeah, very good question. I really like it when I get like, because sometimes on Instagram I'm like, oh, where do you short on the intraday? Like, what's your strategy for shorting? Is it at VWAP? Do you short VWAP fails? I'm like, mate, don't ask us that. Like, do some research before you ask us any questions. Like, these questions irritate us. But this question is a good answer. It's like, if it rotated the float, why did it tank with such high volume on such a low float? Like, it's a good question. And the answer is quite simple. CEPA was a long. I took CEPA for like $70 as well, because I'm just practicing longs. So basically, if you look at CEPA, and let's just draw these lines out together. CEPA was a low float, high volume, history of running coronavirus play. It had a lot of bullish factors, and it was also a multi-month breakout on this level. You see how, say, just the 370s. I'll show you guys that in a bit more detail. See it kind of just got over 370 here, then it gapped to 370 here, just under. Then it topped at 370 here, which makes anything over 370 a multi-month breakout on high volume with a low float on good news, which is very, very, very bullish. So what you're basically doing is you're looking for whether 370 will hold over and under, because it's a multi-month level breakout. So if we put 370 on the chart, we've got it here. There's a line, and it's just support and resistance. So look how the stock reacted to 370, ripped, couldn't break it because it's failed in the past. Look, it's failed here, it's failed here. It had a bit of trouble here. It can't hold this level. So when it broke 370 here and dipped, I got long in the 370s on this dip when it started holding it, this tiny dip. This little red candle, when it broke it, I bought the 370s risking off VWAP, and I sold into the 425s, basically up here. Sold 424, 425, and I was like, sweet, $70, because I only took it like tiny. But so then at the open, like when it's such a micro float in such high volume, you don't know what's going to happen, honestly. Like, it could be like Watt, which just fucking rips. Like, you see how Watt ripped the other day. Like, Watt is also Watt's a higher float, but like when it's like the top runner of the day and it's that high volume, like, it can rip and halt. You don't know what's going to happen. So the only thing you can do is see if it respects and holds the level of the breakout. Do you know what I mean? Hang on. So you're watching this 370 level, and look where, so it washed in the morning. And look where it started trying to top, washed, hit VWAP, tried to bounce off VWAP, and then look at this 370 level where the dips were getting bought up. It's trying to push up off the 370s, washes, reclaims, but then as soon, and you're thinking like, look, because you can't predict the first minute, you just can't. It's going to go up, it's going to go down, you've got no idea. But what you need to think is, where are the key levels? So obviously where it opens with the most volume, couldn't get above there. So the 450s is a key level and the 370s is a key level. And if I was looking for a bit more consolidation to buy off this 370 level again to test the 450s, or you could let it like bounce, move higher, and then buy the 450 break, and it's okay to buy strength on a breakout like that. I don't know if I'd have bought the 450s. I think I would have just stuck to the 370s. It tried and tried and tried, but then as soon as this 370 level failed, it's basically a failed breakout. And if it's a failed breakout and everyone's in it from the fours, it's just going to go down and down and down. So that's why CEPA failed, basically, in a nutshell. In a nutshell, but you've got to watch those key levels. I'm just watching me lines. INO's bouncing a bit. BXRT's still up there. PSTI is a little bounce, but not a lot. So we're all good. Going short INO. I'd be careful going short INO, mate. It's down loads. I'm only short because I've got a cushion on it. But if I'm like up $400 on it already, so I'm getting out of this if it goes up to VWAP. Maybe shorter off VWAP, but I'm exiting this trade, to be honest. So you'll be buying my covers and you'll be shorting to buy my covers. I'd be careful with this one. I don't know if I'd take it. Yeah, I'm a bit. I think it's down too much now. I don't know why I'm even in it. Just on mass panic, which never fucking happens, but we'll see. I lost it. It was on CYCC the other day. I made 600 on it pre-market, then shorted it at the open and it squeezed me. CYCC is a fucking dodgy one, mate. VXRT is coming back down. Good. So CYCC, A, it's a reverse split, which means it's got a really low float. B, because of the reverse split, it's a fresh chart and you can't trade it. And C, it's a fucking multi-year breakout based on the reverse split. I mean, it's not really a multi-year breakout because it's a reverse split, but it's at least a multi-day breakout. And the float's tiny, and the volume's massive. And I know that the stocks had range before. So in the past, it's gone from 160 to one. It's not got range there. What to do here? When it basically ran from the 70 cents to $1, which is not huge, but I mean, any reverse split and a multi-day breakout is a nasty. It's a very good long. It's a risky long. I haven't tracked them enough. It's a very, very, very good long. Multi-day reverse splits are a very, very common long pattern because the float's low. It's a new chart. It looks high on the daily. I mean, that's a fucking. I don't mean to be a dick to you, but you deserve to blow up your account doing something like that. It's a terrible, 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 terrible short, mate. Terrible. Like, terrible, mate. Terrible. Like, it's a terrible, terrible, terrible short. So I'm sorry you blew up your account, but I hope me explaining this to you helps. It's one of the best longs I've ever seen, and you are short. So be fucking careful and learn from it. Print it out. I agree. Like I don't know. I've made 600 and I don't know fucking how. I've been scraping trades together to make the money, honestly. But I've not traded with much size. And INO is really popping. VXRT's popping. PSTI's coming down. Like I might even end up giving a bit back, yeah, which is a shame. But as long as I close out at like 500-ish, it's fine. Nope. 300 shares of WLL. Yeah, I'm not so good with those kind of longs and stuff, but obviously, I mean, Tim Grittani was long, and it's multi-day breakout with massive volume. So, and I think it's a format runner as well. I can't remember. Yeah, I know. Yeah, it has, and that's why if it cracks, it'll be a really big crack, which is why I'm short it. But I'm up on VXTR. Like worst case, I don't think I'll lose. I mean, I'll end up flat on VXTR, so it's VXRT. Sorry, I'll end up flat on it, so it doesn't really matter. Did you short it? Short. GPO? Nah, it's. I think I did, and I made a little bit on it, but it's too much of a high float with not enough volume, so it doesn't move properly. So I don't like it. INO is really popping back up. I'm actually red on it. I mean, I'm red on the new short. I'm red like $20, $25. But I've got ads up near VWAP. But I was saying to you guys, this could really bounce. So I'm like really being conservative with the ads because I felt like this could happen, and I don't want it to like push later on in the day and squeezes out, and that will need to drop later. GPO first red day. Yeah, I like it. I like it. I think it's a perfect double top. Perfect double top. Probably some downside as well. You've got a couple of days downside. I mean, you can't get much better than that. I'm a bit jealous of that short. I was just like, oh fuck it, it's energy. Oh fuck it, it's a high float. But I'm sad I missed that though. Like 180 to 150 is a solid short on a quiet day. So very well done for hitting that. Oh god, I'm giving money back on VXRT and on INO. Ugh. The struggle is real. Struggle is real. So GPO is a shame. What's this? NAT short at 575. Now, again, a nice short into resistance. I love to see you guys really playing the daily levels. It's super solid. Oh, sorry, guy. I'm looking at my positions and I'm like, I'm just losing. I've like lost $100 since we started talking. I don't like the multi-year breakout. Like, it's a multi-year breakout, so short a multi-year breakout is tough. I don't know the sector very well, but I think the way you've played it on the day with the reduced volume is not bad at all. JNMK, fucking INO reverse, you fucker. Well, to be honest, if it goes a bit more and I get some ads, it's fine. I just don't like all the stocks going against this. ENMK. Oh, wow. So, probably due a red day, but like you'd need a big gap up for this. So like if this gap tomorrow to like 12, then it's a potential short. But otherwise, like these steady increases, like you just buy the red to green. So like every morning, if this like it's such a gradual uptrend that there's support everywhere. So it's hard for it to fall because like there's layers of support all over this from the gradual uptrend. So it's very difficult to short. It's very easy to go long, buy any kind of dip and buy the red because you've got so many support levels to buy off as it's such a gradual uptrender, incliner. Yeah. Shorted VXRT yesterday, covered pre-market, didn't break 275 like I wanted. Yeah, I think we're both looking for the same thing, mate. I'm looking for the same thing as you. Randomly had that push before, like, which is a shame. I'm honestly like, I'm just checking my positions. So VXRT, I'm nearly flat on now. PSCI, I'm nearly flat on, and INO, I'm down on. So I mean, I've locked in 540 on the day, locked, realized. But I mean, I don't really want to go negative less than 500. I'd rather just, again, though, I'm thinking about money. I'm not thinking about the patterns. I mean, let's evaluate each one now and see which one we should keep and which ones we shouldn't keep, based on the chart, not based on price. So INO. INO is green on the day, but it's a red candle, the first red candle in a while. So I definitely think that has potential to have more downside. I think for sure, I mean, again, this bounce could be kind of a reversal. It's in general a very strong stock. So I'm have to be very, very careful with it. It shouldn't really get anywhere near past the 1280s, 1290s. Like if it hit VWAP, it's probably going to come back. Like this high or low is quite a scary sign. But I mean, it's not that bad. Like you've got a, I mean, basically it's broke out of its downtrend, so you get a bit of a rip on it. But I think confidence must be lost in this. I mean, it must, like, even if it continues running, I'd expect to see the 12s today, or the 1220s. Like, I can't see how this can keep going. Looks like it's rolling over right now. What's me active order? 1283. Oh. I'll be cautious with this one. I'm not really down much on it, am I? Nah, I'm down $8. So INO is a definite keep. I'm not really down on it, unrealized, so there's no point taking it off. VXRT, I can't really take off as well because it's in that channel, right? So I mean, it's close to breaking the channel. If it like gets above the 286s, 287s, like, yeah, I might take it off. But I mean, it's been the afternoon yesterday was a fade. The afternoon the day before was a fade. So I'm not really in a rush to let this one go either. It just doesn't really make much sense to let this one go. And it can go down as fast as it can go up. It's some weird illiquid piece of shit. So VXRT, I really think I need to respect my risk and not take that off. Especially, I mean, I'm green on it, right? So what's the point? I'm green on pretty much everything. Except, yeah, I'm green on everything. I don't see the point in cutting a trade green when it's still part of my plan. To be like, oh, I've got to win 500. PSTI is not really doing much, but again, like, I don't really want to cut it when it's not breaking me the 970s resistance. Like, I'm just breaking my plan because I want to be like, oh, I made $500, $600. Like, it's not really right. It's just rejected VWAP. So it doesn't really make sense to cut that either. So, I mean, I have to really stay in all three positions. I don't have to, but it's just the right thing to do. INO is the most interesting because it's the most volatile. I think it's starting to roll over here. I think it's had a nice bounce. And obviously, it deserves to have a big bounce because it's broke the trend and it's really down a lot. Which is why I'll say it again. I didn't really put any size into this because I was expecting. I thought it could even go to VWAP. So I was like, I'm not going to put size on it until it at least tests VWAP. As it starts to roll over now, if it starts to look weak around the 1275s, yeah, the 70s are getting hit quite hard. Yeah, they're getting hit. Oh no, fuck. Oh no, that was a bit of a rebound. I thought that was just rolling over there. I just added there the 1271s, a little bit early, but it looked like it was starting to roll over. I might be wrong there because it just popped up just as I shorted. But let's see, it looks like it's starting to roll over. Yeah, I might have misread that. It was looking weak it was looking weak in the 70s. We're getting hammered. But nah, it might be more like strength. But it's okay. I think this is rolling over. I think, but give it a sec. Surprises with a little bit of strength, but I think it's back to rolling over. Mixed signals. Maybe I've drank too much beer. I don't think so. Normally when I'm drunk, I can read them better. Normally when I trade drunk, I trade better. It's quite crazy. Yeah, it's weak. No, people are stepping up. Oh, no, you might get a pop up. It's trying to pop. I don't know. I mean, I would not. Wow, no, you're getting a pop here, are you? Anyway, I'm going to add into the 86s anyway. And then I'll just risk everything off VWAP, and if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. Now you're getting a push. There? And I thought I was like, what the fuck? So I've got an ad at 87. I mean, I always anticipated, I wish I didn't make that ad, obviously. I always anticipated this could come back to VWAP. It has come back to VWAP. So let's see if it like rips back up because it's a super strong stock, So its days may not be done yet. That is for certain. Its days may not be done yet. I just don't like giving back profits. I was like nearly up 600. I was like, oh, should I just call it a day? But you can't call it a day if like your patterns are still intact. It doesn't make sense. So this is like all about how it reacts to VWAP. I'm back in full size now. So I'm obviously hoping I'm hitting the top and it's going to reject. But the volume is quite scary. But I've seen this kind of thing before. And I mean, INO is a much more strong stock. So this is more scary. But generally, they'll just fail off VWAP. Every time I go on live stream, I lose money with you guys. I make it when I'm off and then I lose it when I'm on. Little bit scary, but if it does fail here, then this is the type of trade that'll put us up like 800 or 900 or 1,000. If this goes from like the 1290s all the way down to the 12s and I've got full size on it, this is the type of trade where I'm like, I felt a bit of pain, give back 100, but then if I make 400, that's a different story. But I do feel pain right now. You want to see a hard rejection off this to know it's over, because it could easily come back. But I mean, I'm not the only one shorting that VWAP. There'll be a ton of shorts shorting that VWAP. There'll be a ton of longs selling that VWAP. It's just whether it gains momentum after that and starts to find a way of coming back. I'm nearly back green on all my unrealized stuff. You want a hard pull to the 70s, yeah. 83. The last thing you want is for this to bounce in the 80s. That is a sign of trouble. Oh, it's not looking good. So on my 3 positions, I'm down $80 on INO and I'm up on the others just a little bit. But obviously I'm in full size 600 shares on INO, so it's a small move can get us profitable again. This has got strength. This has strength. Come on, flat, wash out to the 70s, come on. Scary moment for the Jeeves. Down like $90 on this, not good. 87, 86. I do not want to be down $90 on this. Down $80, $70. Just a few more minutes of pain. In an ideal world. Seeing 85s on the bid, nice. Seeing the bid get hit fairly heavily. 83 I just saw. I'm only down. 82 is on the bid. 83, it's starting to wash. Tempted to take a bit off, honestly. Into the weakness for small profit, because it's scaring as this. I can't handle this. I'm down $70. It's more manageable. Need a beer to tolerate this. Yeah, if this rips through, it's bad. It is bad. This stock has haunted me. It's not. It's been a good stock, but it's haunting us right now. Fuck. It's going to go through VWAP. Oh, no. Kind of got to respect me risk, but it's not comfortable in any way. This is the fucking lesson of being greedy. Nah, I'm playing the pattern. You're not being greedy. You win some, you lose some. If this works, I'll make a grand. If it comes all the way back down to the 1250s, 1240s, 1230s, I'll make a grand. I anticipated this was going to happen. I'm playing it now that it's happening, but some things in trading are obviously scary. Trading is scary. I mean, it's some bounce, eh? It's obviously not over with a bounce like that. It's a higher float, which is good, so it's not going to blow through unexpectedly. But it is popping, creeping up, creeping up, creeping up. I almost just want to be out and cover it just so I don't have to deal with the pain, honestly. How many am I in? I might have to mark it out of this. 600. Oh my God, it's coming back. So if it holds over VWAP, I'm gonna have to get out. Down 140 bucks on it right now. If it holds 13 and it holds over VWAP, I'm gonna have to get out. But I'm not gonna cut it at VWAP. I'm gonna like test it to see if it can hold VWAP, because often they'll pop just over VWAP and then they'll fail. But I'm still up 470 on the day, 460 on the day. I'll still take the 400 day. Right, let's see what happens when it goes above 13. I don't want it to rocket up, that would fuck us. So we're above VWAP, we're above the 13s. Now it's how does it hold? I can't believe I have to get back 200 bucks on this. Can it hold VWAP and keep on going? Because it is a strong stock. Best situation now is it drops back under, but it doesn't hold. Can it hold 13? Can it hold VWAP? Is the question. You've got to take it over and under as a test. So far, it's trying to reject. Let's hope it does. If it holds the 13s, it's scary as fuck. That's not scary, I'll just lose. But I mean, me P&L's like, it's me P&L's all right. Like I'm up 440 on the day still, so it's okay. Even with this loss, it's okay. So fucking strong, Jesus Christ. Give it another minute, and if it doesn't fail in the next minute, I'm gonna have to just get out. Just inevitably sad, but it's one of those things. More importantly, it's good to be an emotionless trader, not bothered about profit and loss. Just analyzing the situation, taking it as it comes. 13 seems to be getting hit a bit here, but holding. Again, I'm going to see if it holds VWAP, because so many charts pop up above and then fail back down. Can it hold 13? Can it hold VWAP? This is the test. If it bounces off, yeah, it can. I'm just wrong. It's okay. As a little ego with a short, it's one of those things. Got me cover ready. Another test at 13. It's heavy on the bid. A lot of exchange. We need to see a proper wash here. We need to see a real rejection of VWAP now. If it just climbs back above 13, it's no good. Bid's getting hit. Bid's 1297, still getting hit. Nearly back at over 500 green if this fucking holds. Hey, there's quite a few years in here. Good question. Don't you think you overtrade a bit? Not when I'm green on every single position. I mean, if you're making money on every single position, then it's hard to be over trading, right? Be interesting to see how much this rejects. I'm tempted to get out the fuck out. Unless this smashes down, I'm tempted to get the fuck out. How it bounces is very scary if it tries to reclaim. This is a very strong stock. So yeah, if it reclaims the 13s, this is a very bad sign. Let's see if the 13s can hold off. So all the longs are going to have to sell if this starts to fail, and all the shorts are going to pile in. So we'll just get it back down to 1240s. 93, 94. Come on. You want the longs to think this has failed and sell. 93s, come on. Still down 120 bucks on this. Fucking hell. One snap though and I'll be nearly green. Still looking stronger on VWAP. Need that snap. Touch and go, like. Bids definitely. The tape's heavy, like, definitely. This could be a snap if there's no influx of dip buyers. Like, dude, this is so fucking exciting. Like, I'm down, but I'm fucking loving it. Like, watching every single bit of tape go through. 90. Oh, yes, come on. Lock the 90s. Go on. Come on. If you snap the 90s, you've got your draw. Yes. So if you get a wash and it doesn't get bought up, then it's a good sign. Just come on, defend the 90s. Toilet. As long as you guys understand that it was always part of the plan to short into VWAP, it was always part of the plan to do that. It was always part of the plan. Like, we knew that this was a big drop. We knew that it had broke trend. We knew that shorts have got to cover and longs will dip by. It's a strong stock. I shorted a little bit early. I thought it was rolling over here on the 1270s. I shorted a bit early. I should have been way more aggressive on VWAP. Shorting there, not in the 1270s. And we still might see it come back. It's not over yet, but it's a good sign. Oh no, he has another push. Shit. Oh, I'm tempted to take it off. I'm just tempted to take it off. Got to stick to the plan. Oh, it's hard though. Stick to the plan, stick to the risk, don't get scared out. Oh, looks strong. Oh, no. Smash 1292s. Oh, I could just take $500 and be done. Why do I put myself through this pain? You've got to stick to your plan, Stephen. You've got to stick to your plan, even if you lose $100. Because right now, like, if it breaks through, which it's quite could, it looks scary. If it breaks through, I'm going to lose 100, like my profit will be 400 on the day. But if this breaks down, like, I could make, at me profit on the day could be $1,000. So I've got to go through and it's probably 50-50. It's 50-50 for me. Right now, it's getting to the point that's more likely to break. Like I'll make a lot of money if this fails, but it looks right now that it's more likely it's going to push. Let's see. Second test of VWAP, you want to hope this rejects. It's touching VWAP. Oh, it's going through. Fuck. Really touching VWAP. Need a rejection. We've already had one rejection. We just need one more. And then it's failed. But this is fucking scary again. Obviously, you've got VWAP and you've got the whole $13 that it can't break through. The other positions look to be doing quite well because I'm clear over 530. So obviously the other positions are doing all right. But I just want to be right on this. I don't even care about the money. I want to nail the trade. I want to have a very good process. I want to read the market. And if I don't, and like, you can always be wrong. Everyone can be wrong, but I want to read the market well because I'm very good at the open. I'm very good at making money pre-market and at the open, but I'm really learning how to play these afternoon setups. And I've seen these VWAP fails so many times. I've seen these big bounces and VWAP fails so many times. Like, I'm just nervous playing it. Do you know what I mean? Because I don't have the conviction yet that I'm good at it. If we get another kickback into the 80s, that's a really good sign. If we get a kickback to the 80s, I'll probably be new highs for profits for the day. So my other stocks are going well. 90's getting hammered on the bid. Ask is reasonably, that's 3,000. This will be a breaking trend if it can crack now. 89's touch like. Very, very, very close to a crack in a change in direction, but it can all change very quickly. 90's getting hit again. 90's on the ask, but it keeps on getting rebought. At any moment, there could just be a big push and it breaks through. You just need one big buyer on a hedge fund to do it. But the longer it stays like this, the longer shorts will give up, longs will give up. We're seeing flashes of the 80s, but we need a big pull. 88, need a big pull lower than like the 82s, 83s. Right now, this is not enough of a pull. It's still strong. People are still buying for the break. Needs to hit the 70s. If it hits the 70s, we should see a change in trend direction. 87's nice, but it's not enough. It could be a higher low off this previous candle. Need more than that. I mean, if anything, I should just take profits. See, like the 90s is close to reclaiming. There's 10,000 on the ask on 1290, which is good. Still scary. It's a descending triangle. Right now, you've got a mini descending triangle. I don't know if you guys see this. See if I can draw it out. Got that, and oh shit. But this, it's like a mini one. It's like a really small descending triangle, and if it cracks, it's you'll get a good wash. 30,000. Ah, it's getting smashed. Fuck you. Trying to put up longs. Hate them. Sorry guys, if you're alone. We need to see the 70s for this properly to fail because it's just bouncing off the previous level. We need to see proper panic. Yeah, we're getting it. I could have been better with my ads, honestly. I didn't need to be in that much pain. 83s, 84s. It's looking better. We're not out of the woods yet. 84s. Yeah, I mean, shorts must be piling in now. They're like, that's a VWAP rejection. It's a strong stock, though. That's what scares us. You'll get dip buyers making one last dip to see if they can get it. It can still run, but it's certainly looking better. 7,000 just came off 1285 there. There's a little bit. That's got to be some panic there. 84s, anything into the 70s, and we're pretty much home. People are still scared about this. There's a big buyer on 86. You can still turn around. I'm still pretty scared. Still can go either way. It's like a double bottom here, and the descending triangle didn't break, which means it can rip to the 13s out of nowhere. Oh, that's a heavy. It's a heavy short. I think that's someone short there. It's a big short order I just went through. That should scare some of the longs. Honestly, I'm tempted to just take it off, but it's breaking me rules. Oh no, the mouse has gone dead. Oh, it's starting to bounce. Not a good sign. 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 You do not want the 90s to reclaim. It's getting difficult to watch. 86. Come on. Showing a bit of strength. Like the thing is, if it doesn't break down, it's going to retry VWAP, and it's consolidated for a while. $7,000 off at 88 again. It's getting hit a bit again, but they're defending really well. 88 on the ask, which is nice to see. Getting close to cracking again. Strong again. 90s again. '90s getting tested. Honestly, I'm just getting tempted to cover because I don't want to go through it. 91s, this could pop up again and test me up again. Do not like seeing the 90s reclaim at all. Now 91 on the bid. Not good at all. 92, it's going to pop up. It's probably going to break. Honestly, getting ready to cover if it shows any more strength. I need to see. Unless I see the 80s again, I'm not taking my hand off the cover button. Seeing the 80s, I can take it off. My fucking mouse is broke as well. It's run out of battery. Oh, that's a lot of orders on the 90s. That looks like a lower high and another rejection on VWAP, so it's rejected like once. It's rejected 3 times now. Oh, there's so much money in this if it fails. That's the thing. It's like I'm not worried about losing. I'm obviously making good money. I'm worried about like the amount of money I can make if I'm right. God, this is so tense. These are all lower highs, like, but it's holding. Back to the 80s. This is painful to watch. I don't know how you guys are doing it. This is painful to watch. I need to walk away. I'm too scared. Not scared for losing, just scared that I'm wrong. Need to see the 70s, yeah. I'm not even down much. I'm down $60 on this short. Hopefully we've got the 70s, yeah. Yeah, it's the 70s. Nice. Bit aggressive. Bought back up. Nah, it's the 70s again. Bought back up. Hopefully this is going to be a big fail down. I'm going to have another beer after this. Bought back up again. That's not a good sign if it got bought back up. I'm still very scared about this. I think it should be weak enough to be failing now. Like, we've had a couple of tests. We just need it to like crash down one more time for people to give up. Anyway, my P&L is looking good. I'm up like 550 as things stand. So obviously if INO starts to work, then it's a good $300, I think. We might get the 70s again here. Yeah, where this looks like the actual fail. The ask and the bid are both 280, 1281. Bidder steps in, 81, he's going to get wiped. Sellers at 80. Ask is 1278. What the fuck is going on? I have no idea. Things are me level 2's gone weirdly wrong. So I'm up 650, 640, which is the most that's the most I've been up all day. So I might see the 700s, especially if this fails. I am flat on INO. Thank fucking God. Flat on INO right now. I don't know what's going on. Me ask me bidding, the things coming through are all wrong. I'm up. I am up on INO. Wow. What about that? What about that? Shit, I'm putting things everywhere. I don't think we'll get a retested VWAP again. Oof, just cleared 700 on the day. Nice. Let's hope I've got my mouse back so I can do stuff with it. All of the long buyers are obviously getting out now. I'm definitely going to take some off. So I'm in a bit, and the average isn't very good on INO. So I get 1253 as a cover. I'll definitely cover some at 1253. And then I'll cover some at like 1242. We'll see. So right now, I want to get some size off. I want to take some profits, lower my size because my average isn't very good. And then maybe if it does retest VWAP, I can get some off. The level 2 is just weird. I don't know what's going on. It says I'm up $750. I told you, like, it's worth risking 100. I'm up 750 now. So it was worth it. I just want to get some fucking size off. Stocks trade's being weird. It says I know it's saying it's 1262. Yeah, so it's off. I think level two's right. I don't know. I think the tape's behind. But anyway, as long as I get something off. 1264. I think level two's right and the tape's a bit behind. But I think with that kind of panic, I don't think it can come back. Like, it might not go straight down, but I think I'm going to restart stocks to trade. Give us 2 seconds, guys. I'm just going to shut it down and reload it because I think it's a bit not accurate. Might need restarted because we're doing live streaming and all that stuff as well. But I mean, I can't really gauge the proper price, but I was up 7 something. I'm now up 680. But I'm pretty sure that it's going the right way. Do you think it could possibly slowly track a lot throughout the day? Now we've got a bit of a bounce there, but I think I'm pretty sure I'm okay. How are you, motherfucker? Let's see it crash now. Yeah, I think the level 2's a bit weird. I'm just restarting it. According to Trade Zero, though, I mean, I'm only up 20 bucks on it. It must have like smashed down and then popped back up. But I'm full size and it's just cracked. So I think you should get a couple of $100 downside. I mean, I can't see it retesting the up like. But I would like to get some size off. Like, I'd love to hear that pajong. Guys, I said I'd do an hour. I'm never doing an hour, man. But I mismanaged my risk a little bit. I should have been more short on like VWAP. So that shouldn't have been as scary as it was. It shouldn't have been. I got a bit aggressive when I knew that it was going to bounce on VWAP. So it was a bit disappointing to have to be down 120 and then be like, oh my God, if it pushes, then I'm like, oh, what's going to happen? I'm going to be like down 200. Ah, nice. All the screens on the one back as they were. PSTI is weird. I don't know what's going on there. See everything load back up. So obviously we want to see I know go back to the 40s and 30s. I'm nearly tipping 700 on the day, which would be epic. But really, I want to get out of some of my size because obviously my average isn't very good because I was too aggressive earlier. So I just want to lower some of my size to try and sort that out. I mean, will this be like, can this bounce and retest VWAP? Never say never, so I just want to get some off. It's looking good though. I mean, the cover is at what? 1253. So I just need one more wash. What's here? Yeah, it's not too bad. I should be able to get 1253. Maybe 1256 is better, but see how it plays. That's a pretty hard rejection from VWAP. Like, I can't see it coming back from that. Bid's getting slammed. $64 gone, $63 gone. This is looking like all out panic. 62, 63 stepped in. We're looking about to make a lower. I'll feel very good when I hit the 50s and get some off. I still feel a bit stressed. This could be a bounce. Oh, should I just take some off? What am I even up? 50 bucks. I'll give it a chance for it to get to the 50s, so I actually get some profit on it. So right now I'd be covering for less than $50. I can't see it coming back. It can't be. I don't think it can come back now. Like, I think that's a good fail off VWAP. It might. But once we hit the 50s and I'm out some, I'll feel really good. Like so many buyers were trying to long this, so they definitely all got to sell off. You generally get 2 legs down. Nice. 62. Just no more big buyers stepping in. 61, 60. Getting hammered all along, all the 58s. Come on. I'm tempted to just press the cover button. What's me thing? Oh, it's reclaimed. Come on. 53. That's too painful. Just fucking covered. Only 200 shares. I've just covered because that was too painful. If it hits 53, I'll cover another 200. But it's too painful to see like a drop from the 13s to the 1250s and not cover. Call it a weakness. I cannot help it. It looks like I would have got it, but I'll still cover 1253 as well. I would have got me 1253, you fucker. There you go. I would have got it. Just covering again there. Just lower it, getting me size right down there. And then I've got one more at 1242. So I'm up. That really worked out well for us. I'm up. I was up 500. I'm now up 750. So I'm in a much better position. Obviously, my average wasn't very good, so I've like had to take profits early in case it bounces because I don't want to be fucked again. Whereas if I was like shorting from the 13s, then obviously I could be a bit more patient. Maybe some like kind of beginner covers there, a bit eager on the button. But I mean, honestly, now guys, now we're gearing towards $1,000 day. I'm up 750. If this keeps on going down, which it is. If any of the other 2 stocks work out, I'll clear 1,000 a day, which is amazing because honestly, there's been no trades. I mean, there's been trades, but not really. Like none of my favorite setups have been there. I'm going to be all out of INO in a minute. Me covers 1243. I wish I had more patience, but nah, too scared. Probably will short a bounce, but I'll be careful. Because it's a weird one. Do you know what I mean? Like, I don't know what to do here because that's a higher low. It's like a wedge, not a good wedge. I don't know how to describe it. If I text me mum and dad and tell them I've made $1,000 after making $2,500 yesterday, they're gonna be like, "What the fuck are you doing, Stephen? And how do you do it?" Oh my god. They're gonna be like, "What are you doing, Stephen? Are you selling drugs on the internet?" Like, no, Mom, I'm not selling drugs. I learned how to trade stocks. Tim Sykes taught us. I saw an ad on the internet and he taught us, and then I figured it out. It's fucking crackers. I can chill now. Live stream gold, your best yet. Yes, your best live stream yet. Thank you so much. Yeah, I mean, I think it's a better live stream because there's loads of live trading. Like I'm in 3 positions, right? And I'm analyzing all 3 all of the time. So obviously you guys are going to get a lot more benefit from it. Should one enter a trade for 6% profit? Like I'm having a very, very small account. So when I see the dollar win on 6%, it seems less. It's all about your risk reward. So if you're risking 2 to make 6, or you're risking 1 to make 6, then it's fine. My experience is that new traders will always run to take profits, and they'll always let the losers run. After 3 years, I've been trading 3 years now. After 3 years of trading, I think what I've learned like is to I have quite wide risks because I know the patterns quite well. So not I don't really have wide risks. I just size in and out well. So I'm trying to think of the best advice I can give you for someone who's a bit newer. I don't think 6% profit's enough. I think you should be able to see a good 10% because you need to risk at least 3 or 4%, 5%. You need to risk 5% on a trade really. Because I mean, if you risk 3 and then it pushes against you because it's volatile, you've lost 5. So I think you need to be going for 10, 12, 14%. But it all depends on your risk reward. So if you win, if on your, like, say you track all your wins and losses on certain stocks. If a certain pattern you win 80% of the time on, then you can risk 6% and make 6%. But if you win 80% of the time, it doesn't matter. If you risk rewards 1-to-1, it doesn't matter because you win the trade. You win more than you lose. I'm glad I took INO off because it's back in the 70s, so that might be a reshort. I'll let it go a bit higher though. I'm all out of INO. No, I've only got 200 left. That's good. So yeah, I mean, it depends how often you win that particular setup. If you win it a lot, then risk 6, make 6. It's fine, but just make sure you win more than you lose on that setup. Always take profits. Yeah, man. I mean, look, I know it's in the 1270s now, and I was covering in the 1250s. Trading's funny. I'm like, when I'm trading, I go through levels of profit. I'm like, all right, you're up 200, get to 300. Oh, you're up 300, get to 400. Oh, you're up 400, get to 500. And then when I get to I'm up 758 now, and I'm like, all right, just see if you can get to 1,000. But if I don't. It would be nice to have $1,000 day. Just I'd take a picture and send me mom it, and my dad, and my mom and dad will get excited. But I don't make trades to make certain numbers. It's just if it happens, it happens. Maybe I'll add an extra 100 shares on a short or something, or I'll try and get a bigger dip or something. Yeah, very good fill off VWAP, very good. It's got some good news, right? Are you the guy is Jay Boogie the one who says I'm not over trading? I can't remember. Just going up the comments, can't see. If it's got some good news, if it's worth the reward, gotta have a tight stop. You see that INO is coming all the way back. I'm not shorting that in a hurry. I'll give it a second. Yeah, you guys are answering already for it. I don't mind having losers of more than 5%. Sometimes I think it's okay, but each to their own. All right, Deep, you're in. Nice to see you. How do you do today, mate? I'm up 730 because I know it's coming back a bit. But it's fine. I know it's fine. PST I'm up 80 on VRXT, and PSTI I'm up like 15. So I don't know. It's actually, yeah, it's charts are. I know really bounced. Wow, check this. I'm not going to be in a rush to reshort this because I nearly shit myself when it was at VWAP. So if it gets back to the 13s, I'll maybe take another stab at it. But I'm not in a rush to reshort INO. I've kind of learned my lesson. It should be a lower high and a fail, but I'm just not getting myself. I'm not getting myself in that situation again. But I'm very glad I got my position down. Like, that was very, very good position management. I literally took 2/3 of my size off into INO, and I'm so glad I did. That was such a good decision. PSTI, we're getting into the afternoon, right? It's 1 o'clock. Oh God, we've got forever. PSTI, I'm still waiting for it to fail. It fails in the afternoon normally. I think if this fails, and it should fail, it's obviously testing VWAP, it's going through VWAP. Oh, I'm red on PSTI now, you fucker. Again, I'm going to stick to my risk on that. There's loads of overhead resistance. I'm like red like $10, but if it should fail, because it fails every afternoon. We'll never know though. I think PSTI might fail and VXRT might fail. I'm just holding on to both of them to see. Fucking graphs. VXRT's got a lot of downside on the daily, and it's so close to cracking. It's so close to cracking that 275 level. Someone's banked 120,000 to hold it there, so obviously it's manipulated. So, but I'm not going to give up. I'm not going to like fall into level 2 games. We'll just see what happens. I know looks to be rolling over, but this is what I thought the last time in the 1270s, and it popped, so I'm not in a rush to reshort that rollover this time. I've learned. I'd be more inclined to short like 1290. I'll put a short in at 1290. 1291. I'm gonna have to go to the toilet again. And also, like, I hate the lunchtime hour between. Like, luckily it's 1 o'clock now, so it should be all right. That's a nice rejection, actually. That's a really nice pull on PSTI. I'll take that. Like, so. See if I can get an ad. I've gone for an ad at 1266. Because that was a really nice rejection. Not going to get it. It's smashing down. Fuck. That's a shame. We're going to get a bounce. Just took a little ad. I shortened a bit of weakness, but that's a very hard rejection. I mean, how much off the like 8 cents? It's not bad. I'll just take it off. If it goes above the 1270s, I'll just take it back off. The thing is, though, if I trade on the ask, I don't get charged commission, so I don't like firing those orders on the bid. Yeah, 62 is getting hit. Looks like it's going to wash again. That's another lower high, right? Hopefully. I hope I haven't been tricked again. Jesus fucking Christ. We're in another downtrend, though. We've got this kind of. I could have got me 1266, but I hit the bid for 1222. It's still looking pretty weak, though. That candle was pretty bearish. Going to be a daredevil, and I'm going to bet that this is going to stay on trend, but I'm going to cut it in the 1280s. And if I'm wrong this time, I'm just give up on the trade. I'm not letting this go back to VWAP. So basically, me risk is if it holds over and under the 1280s. If it does that, then I'm out, because if it goes back to VWAP, it's got too much strength. I need it to follow this pattern. It's looking weakish now. It's failed VWAP. It's hopefully following this trend line. I'm in full size to watch it fail now. But if it shows strength, if it makes a higher low, if it continues this kind of uptrend, then I'm out for the full day because maybe I'm over trading it. But it looks, from what I can read, it looks weak, like it's going to crack. And I would not want to be long a stock that looks like this, honestly. No matter how strong it is on the daily, I wouldn't want to be. How we're doing? We're green on the position on INO. We're up 20 bucks, 10 bucks. I'm giving this the 1280s. I'm not giving it the VWAP. Over and under the 1280s, obviously. So like 1282, 1283, depends if I can hold it. This will be my last dance with INO today. Looking for the out and out panic. Trying not to be greedy, sizing in too much, but I just think it's the next level down. Gut instinct, really. We're right at the edge of the wedge. You want to see a big fill on this wedge. We're seeing strength. Flat. The average is like the 69s. Seeing the 68s, it's good. You want to see it break this wedge. It's not breaking the wedge, it's holding for now. It's okay. It's got a few more minutes. We're getting right to the apex of the wedge. Which way is it going to go? Big bid on the 70s, like, to see if it can push up the VWAP. Maybe got a bit greedy here, but it's okay. I'm only down 20 bucks, 30 bucks. Not a disaster yet. We've just had that big red candle, remember? This like red candle here. I do have a tendency of sizing in with too much aggression and then forcing myself to stop out early. A lot of bids on the 75s, like, Jesus, hell well. Back to flat, Nelly, on INO. Green on PSTI, it must be dropping, just gone red again, so we'll live with that. Hopefully this wedge fails. I think I've been too aggressive on it. Like, I should have really had one more ad near the 80s. But I mean, I'm 10 bucks down now, so it's okay. It's only 10 bucks. But I feel like I might just be gambling a bit now. I don't think so, though. I mean, based on that red crack and based on the lower high, and just a bit nervous, that's all. You know, I was kind of a bit nervous until I got the confirmation that I was kind of right. Nice. Let's make sure the 69s kind of hold. I'm up like a little bit now. Back to flat. Down $1, up $1, up $4. I want to see a big red candle through this like apex to show that the move's kind of failed. Still seeing strength, still trying to push through, getting hit back down. It's kind of a battle. Personally, do not like the 70s reclaim. It's scary. Bit too much size, probably. We're at the absolute corner of the apex. If you ever hear the heart in mouth, that's how I feel right now. My heart is in my mouth. Oh, 71's getting hit. 70's back. My heart is in my mouth. Just saw 68 print. Oh, it's scary like it's going to push. Ah, I can't take this. Fucking hell. Bid keeps stepping up, but it keeps on getting tucked out. I feel so much more comfortable when it's in the 60s. Like the 1270s is scary as. Again, I'm $7 down. I'm just me risk reward. Like I get so precious about it. This looks like it's gonna pop. Oh, up, down $20. Down $16. Oh, it's not looking good. Breaking through the other end of the 8-box. Bid's getting hit a bit there. It's looking strong. It's looking like it's going to pick back up. 75s. I'm down. I should be taking this off. 75s. I basically said over and under 1280 would be the plan. Still is the plan, but it's scary as fuck. Jesus Christ. Let's take these charts off. It's getting confusing now. I mean, it's definitely a lower high still at the moment. It's not too scary. Nothing much is happening yet. It's just bouncing a little bit. But I would definitely be more comfortable in the 60s. Just so I can take my finger off the fucking cover button. Nice. What's me battery power? 9%. That's gonna last. Nice. I've put myself through this torture by going too heavy. So 80s on my risk. If it, I'm not getting back into this. I'm done. If it holds the 80s, I'm out. Let's see if it gets slammed back on us. And I'm not getting back in. I'm fucking done. That was a bad mistake. Being greedy, wanting too much money. It's my own goddamn fault. '80s looking strong. Make sure I don't have any active orders in for INO. Cancel that. Yeah, I'm out. Oh, that's all right. I thought I'm still up 550. That's all right. That looks like it's going to break through VWAP, to be honest. Yeah, it's going to go through VWAP. Jesus Christ. That's all right. So, I mean, made 550. I mean, at the most, I was only up 600, right? I'm up 550 on the day with 2 stocks to go. And to be honest, I think I was up 700 at best, but most of the time I was floating around 6-ish. Like I was up like before VWAP. When this was at VWAP, I was up 450. So I'm up 550. So it's fine. I think this is going to break. I mean, I wouldn't go fucking long, but this is some comeback. Anyway, I'm done. I'm crediting my shares if I know. I don't want to know it anymore. I've done well. I've done well on INO. I mean, overall, I lost $80. I lost $90 on 2 of the trades of INO, and I made 270. Like I made like 500 on INO. So it's just PSTI and VXRT. I would like to see INO rip now because I'm obviously out. So I'm just relieved. I'm just relieved. That last trade was a bit aggressive. Obviously, if I'd managed my risk better, I would have been shortened now. So if it fails now, I would have really banked. But I have a feeling this is going to squeeze through. It should have been done here, and then it should have been done here, and then it rips the VWAP and hits it. That's quite scary. And when you look at the daily, is strong as fuck. It's probably going to come back. Let's just watch it break VWAP. I'm pretty sure it will. It's too strong. I'll get a beer and I'll watch it. Oh no. How am I down $80 on? This is turning into a bad day. Fucking took a loss on PSTI now as well. That's coming back. We'll go back to INO. I think that looks like it's going to break. PSTI, I'm down $80 on as well. Fucking hell. This has just popped up in the afternoon. That's looking like that's just broke out. Fucking hell. What the fucking hell? This is turning terrible. Just covered PSTI because it broke out. My God, that puts us 465 up on the day. Jesus Christ. Jesus fucking Christ. How the Jesus Christ. That was a bad trade. So my only one left is VXRT. Yeah, maybe someone said I was over trading. I probably am over trading. Let's get rid of those borrows as well. Oh, Jesus Christ. But I mean, for me, none of me go-to setups were really there. So I'm up $450. I was up 700. Everything started going wrong, but that's trading. It can happen. I'm just relying on VXRT to fail. If it does, it'll be good. Like maybe as long as I clear 500 on the dates, it's better than nothing. Borrow fees. What have I paid? Yeah. So VXRT, I lost $80 on. I think no. PSTI, I lost $80 on. VXRT, I've paid 4.8. That's only $12 for the borrow. So 12. All my borrows are 17, 16, 20, 25, 30, 38, 44, 52, 63. So I paid $63 in borrows, and I can guarantee I've paid about 40 in commissions. So I'm up 450, but honestly, it'll be 350. And I was up 700, but that means basically PSTI went wrong, which I was never really up. I wasn't really down. It's if I look at PSTI, it's like, yeah, I mean, I should have been really short in resistance in the 950s, not short in the 930s. So, I mean, it really wasn't a good trade. And now it's obviously breaking out to fucking crazy highs. So I'm glad I covered that. So PSTI was probably not a good trade in all honesty. I was just over trading out of boredom. VXRT is a good trade because, I mean, I'm up $85 on it. And if it cracks the 75s, then I'll make a couple of hundred on it. And so really, I only really regret PSTI, and then INO. I think I just stuck to me plan, and I don't really regret it. I was a bit aggressive, and obviously it's failed now, which is so it's failed VWAP again. So I mean, I was a bit aggressive, and I thought, oh, just fuck it, it's going to collapse in the 1280s. I was a bit aggressive. If I'd stuck to really the real risk, which was VWAP, I would have probably been up like 600-ish instead of 450. So I've got slop. I mean, I'm getting more and more sloppy, honestly. The last few, but I made $2.5 grand yesterday, so it's like it's just one of those things. Like you trade well some days, you trade bad some days. Every trader makes mistakes some days. It's just one of those things. I mean, if I could just get out with a $500 day and then fine, I lose 100, so 400. Like $400 is like 300 quid. It's not like a low amount of money. Like 300 pounds in England is like a lot of money, right? So I can't complain about getting paid £300 a day. I can't. It's loads of money. It's like a lot of drugs and a lot of alcohol. So I just can't complain. I really can't. Like I know I was a bit too aggressive. I've made that mistake many times before. It's not the first time. But the way this is responding, I really think this will go through the 13s before the end of the day, honestly. I think it doesn't matter whether I covered at the 1280s or if I shorted here or not. I think this is still too strong, and I mean, the chart's terrible. The chart's kind of broken. We'll see. Maybe I made a mistake. Well, I know, typical being too aggressive, thinking I'm right. Yeah, that's really disappointing. Because like obviously, if I'd shorted into there again, I would have been, yeah. Especially if it goes down to the 1240s. Like I really sized in too big for a fear of missing out, and then got scared out. I mean, at least I stuck to my plan. Whoa, what just happened there? I mean, at least I stuck to my plan. I said I'd cover in the 1280s. I covered in the 1280s. My discipline of sticking to plans is very good. But some of the plans that I make are maybe not so good. Thank you for loving me. I like to be loved. Thank you. So basically, I'm just going to watch INO to see what happens. Oh, it's failed. So there you go. I mean, that's really my own fault. Getting too aggressive, then getting stopped out because I'm in too much. And then it tanks. I mean, that's not tanks, but it fails VWAP again. I mean, that is a public kick in the teeth. Oh no. That is a public kick in the teeth. But I'm really not used to trading like afternoon, and I'm not used to trading the afternoons. Like I'm good at trading the mornings, and I really know how it works. I'm not very good at trading the afternoons. So I don't. It's not terrible that I made that mistake because I'm not really used to trading this time anyway. But yeah, I'll remember that. I always do this mistake. I always go too heavy and then get stopped out, and then the pattern does what I thought it was going to do. I always do this. Need to play wider risk, bigger charts, less size. But it's fine. I mean, I'm up $450. If I make $450 and I learn some good lessons, then it's fine. But I would love INO to rip through VWAP. Just so I didn't leave money on the table. I'd love INO to rip through. Fucking choppy as shit. If this goes red and tanks on the day and goes sub 12.11, I will cry. I will cry and cry and cry. But I didn't lose much on it. Like I say, I took 2 trades where I lost $80 at 40 on one and 40 on the other. So it's not like I lost on INO. I just fucked up the short. Traded okay. I mean that short was a mistake, obviously. But all my other kind of shorts have been really on. I've traded really well. That was just one mistake, and I've otherwise traded well. So 2 mistakes because PSTI was a mistake as well. But otherwise, yes, I'm up. Oh my god, what's happening with VXRT? I've just passed 500 on the day, which means VXRT must have done something. Yes. Yes, VXRT. Yes. Yes. Save my day. Save my day. Please. How much downside have you got? 250s. Look, if I walk out with 550, it's fucking fine. Honestly, it's fine. Nearest support level is 262. Get out of town. Jesus. No, 262? Wow. Wow, this could be a panic. This could be a panic, eh? There's no support. I should short more. No, I shouldn't short more. I'm a fucking idiot for shorting more. I do not know what's going to happen here. His software crashed. Are you guys still here? You guys are still here. Yay, V for Vega, thank you. Yeah, I just saw me profit and loss go up, so that was good. Wait there. Let us just restart this software. But that break's good. There's a lot of downside on that. I'll just reload it. There you go. God, I'm tired. Can you talk about more bullish bearish indicators in penny stocks? Dude, there's endless. If you go back through steady trade, all we do is talk about bullish and bearish indicators for sure. How much do you make daily? I'm up with this 500 day. I'm up 10.7K this month. On average on a day, I think me average daily, I can tell you, because I've got the sheet up. The average daily profit this month is $852 a day. And I'm up 520 today, so I'm making less than normal, but normally, like for this month anyway, this is my best month ever, and I'm up nearly 11 grand, so it's really good. VXRT collapses, I'll fucking might actually make something. So, but I mean, I didn't used to. Like January, I made 5 grand. February, I made 3.5 or 4 grand. March, I lost 1,000, and then April has been a sick month where I've made like 11 nearly. Have I missed some questions? I'm not sure. I'll try and go back up. Is this software loading? One sec, guys. Oh, yeah, it's loading. Okay. VXRT break. Yeah, it's looking good-ish. That. How much did you trade with? Not a lot. Not a lot. I started with $1,000 on March 27th, and I've grown it into over 11,000 now, maybe 11 and a half, 12. So I've grown my account like 1,000% in less than a month. I keep missing the answer to my question. Say it one more time. I'm sorry. SOI. I'll take a look in a sec, mate. I'm curious what happens with the XRT. Do you want to become a full-time trader? Yeah, I do. Yeah, I think so. Because work's getting in the way of it. Yeah, I think I've got all the questions. Okay, so VXRT's back. There's 200,000 on the bid, so someone's propping it, but if it drops, you've got $1 a share. And I'll just bring up the screen again. But I'll be happy to take a $500 deal. Like I know is falling fucking apart. I can't believe that. Fuck. So I really did all the hard work and then didn't get any of the rewards. That's a really, it should have been $1,000 a day, $1,000 day today. I really fucked that up. But that's trading. It's gonna fucking crack. I've waited all day for this and then I fucked up at the last minute. Ugh, the pain. The pain. I can still hope with the XRT for an afternoon crack though. I can always hope. Go on, bounce and rip through VWAP. Don't let us be wrong, please. PSTI is like still breaking out. I know it's fucking new lows. But let us put the XRT up here as well. The XRT is getting hammered on the bid. It's going to make another. It's going to make another drop. Is it going to bounce or is it going to drop more? I'll forgive myself for the stupid PSTI short if this drops like. It's trying to reclaim the 72s. I know it's got a little bounce. PSTI is breaking out. That was a bad trade. We need to see the 70s crack on the VXRT. VXRT is the failed breakout, right? Yeah, I like this because it's a failed breakout. There's loads of downside. It's got a history of falling hard. This is definitely not a bad trade. It's just a bit of liquid. But I mean, like the afternoon crack, it's red. The afternoon like crack setup, there's some chance that it could work. There's some chance that it'll happen. I know. Yeah, I really fucked that one up. But I mean, hopefully it'll not crack today. and I'll not miss out. Hopefully there'll be a new setup or something. But as I remind myself, and I'm sorry if you're sick of hearing it, but I cannot complain at making $500 today. Like even after borrows and stuff, it will not be that, but cannot complain about making $500. You just can't. By doing what you love, you just can't. Interesting to see what happens here. Is anything else running? I know it just makes us feel sick when I watch it. It's all golden oil. CPLAT got destroyed today. Yeah, I just don't even want to look at anything else. I just want to close out these positions and be done. At least there's a little bit of like traction on VXR2. That's good. I don't want to see INO get crushed. See, is anything on the chat? Nah, it looks quiet in the chat. I think all the main traders have signed off in the challenge. Jackaroo. Jackaroo's short INO as well. I'm not the only one. Bet you Jackaroo didn't. Jackaroo's like some lad who's up 300k. Bet you Jackaroo didn't fucking fuck up his short. Bet you Jackaroo did just fine with his short. Fuck, I'm jealous. But it's not the easiest short. Like shorting something like this, like it just gradually pops and pops and pops. It's not the easiest short. It just makes us feel sick, that. But hopefully VXRT will save the day. We want to see the 70s retest. I think there's a big bid up holding them though. I wonder if Jackaroo is still short INO. Sure is annoying, yeah. A few people are being like, INO is annoying. INO is annoying. I'm just looking in the challenge chat. Few people are short INO. No, he's, oh no, shit. Wow, Jackaroo, who is a good lad that I know, he actually lost $400 on INO. He bailed on it short. So I made 400 on 9. So I really, it's been a really tricky one to trade. So I really probably shouldn't complain about. I really shouldn't complain about only making 400 on INO, because much better traders than me lost on it. So I mean, yeah, that makes us feel so much better. I feel so much better about it now. Like I really don't care now. That's really helped us. Do you recommend buying? All right, so let's just do Q&A and stuff, because oops. Let's just do a quick 5-minute Q&A and then we'll see where VXRT is, and then maybe we'll leave it because it's getting a bit late. Do you recommend buying Tim Sykes' material, or how would you suggest learning the trade? I mean, obviously, I am a product of Tim Sykes, right? Not Tim Sykes, more like Tim Brittani, and Roland Wolf and all of the guys in the challenge. Tim Sykes' strategies to trade, I don't do any of them. Maybe I do multi-month breakouts, but I more learned them from Brittani. I mean, I learned how he trades and I get his style kind of, and I learned like the rules of trading and I learned some patterns from him. But most of my learnings came from Mark Crook and Tim Brittani in the challenge. And I'll tell you what was brilliant by Sykes was trader checklist. That was fucking instrumental in the early stages of me learning. Trader checklist was fucking brilliant. Brilliant DVD. And how to make millions is good for context and stuff like that. So I mean, I do recommend the challenge. Obviously, Tim Bowen and Stocks to Trade Pro. Like I learned a shitload from him as well. Like I learned so much from being on the podcast with him. So the challenge is really good. Like you get to speak to like Mark Crook and Tim Grittani. Like you can ask them questions. I can speak to Grittani in the chat room and stuff. He's got like hundreds of brilliant webinars if you're more short side, and he's brilliant long now as well. So like when you say, do I recommend buying Tim Sykes' material? I think Trader Checklist How to Make Millions, yes. But I don't really view it as buying his material. I view it more as buying access to brilliant traders that are part of the challenge. And that, I would say yes to, yeah. It's if you're serious about trading, then you're going to study 10 hours a day during the challenge. That's what I'd honestly say. What are your thoughts on WLL? Oh, is VXRT is back down to the 70s. That's interesting. It's got 200,000 to take out, but if it takes it out, it's very interesting. All of that bid goes away. I know I've fucked that up, but it's okay because Jack Kellogg fucked it up as well. WLL. Yeah, I think this will be. I don't like touching oil stuff, but I will short this tomorrow probably. In fact, I mean, look, the way it's given back all its gains here, I've probably missed out on the short, to be honest. You can't short up here. Ideally, it gaps up a little bit from where say it closes in the 170s. If it gaps up to the twos, I think it's a perfect short into resistance in the 240s. If it gaps down and it give everything back, like it's down too much. So I'm hoping it closes in about the 180s, 185s, gaps to the twos, and then I'll short based off the 230s, 240s. That would be perfect. It'll be a dream short, first red day. But right now it's in the middle of nowhere. I'd say MIC is better than what Tim Sykes teaches personally. I don't know what MIC is. What's MIC? I know someone asked us about Investors Underground. I've never been part of Investors Underground, but I follow Nate. I see how he trades. I think he's a fucking wizard. And to be honest, all of the trades that I take, I see on Investors Underground's Instagram the next day. So the trade are all the same as me. Please resend. I got the spreadsheets and all already watched the video and went through the PDF. They've been very helpful with my own spreadsheets, but you're versatile. Really? Yeah, I'll resend that, dude. Sorry. I think it's because I sent an open version of the reversal because it had some weird thing on it. So if I'll try my best to send it tonight, I'll try and do it now after I get out of these trades. PSTI is ripping, but yeah, for sure. Don't worry, I'll 100% do it. And thanks for coming back and thank you for taking the time to go through the material. I really appreciate that. Dude, fuck them. Fuck them. That's that fucking Modern Rock, right? Sorry, I don't mean fuck them. It's just like I really like Investors Underground, and Modern Rock was part of Investors Underground, and then he's gone to do his own thing, and he's called it. Is it My Investing Club, or was it called like the Millionaire Investor Club or something? Anyway, just yeah, whatever. It's just one more chat service, and I cannot be bothered with it. Nothing personal against them. How do I get the sheets? It's $50, and if you can't pay via PayPal, I don't know how you would pay. I'm sorry. You have to figure that one out. I don't know. Thoughts on trading tickers? It's the fucking holy grail of all trading, and it's by far the best thing I've ever seen in my life. Best DVD out there, bar none. I already answered this, right? I make like $800 a day on average this month, but usually I make much less, like 3, 4, 5. This is a very good month. VXRT is not crashing. Addy? Oh, it's Addy. Are you Addy from Liga with Ticker? Don't tell me it's crashing. You'll get us excited. Oh, shit, it's crashing. Guys, fucking check this out. I can't believe I was right on this. Adi, thank you for telling me. I had no idea. One sec, share. Guys, obviously I'm trying to show you to get it on camera. Oh my God, it's dropping. Nice. So that's really saved the day. So I've just cleared 700 nearly now. I'm gonna have to start putting covers in. See if it's got another leg down. Let's cover a bit. What's my size? I've only got 400 more. All right, so I covered a bit in the first drop, which I'll try and reshort into, like, say, the 266s. But ideally, this has a lot more downside if you look on the 15. This has until the... Ah, no, shit. Did I misread this? Oh, no. If it fails that, Ah, no, 260s. Yeah, I'll just take that crack if I get it. I've just put my whole cover on at 258. Hopefully I'll get it. Because I don't want to pay commissions. Yeah, I don't think it has much more downside than this. That's going to bounce. Don't bounce yet. This is what I hate. I've just covered the lot. I don't like paying fucking commissions, but it's if it bounces, I'm gonna be more expensive anyway. The reason that I'm up 640 on the day now, so that really helped. I'm out of everything. The reason that I covered this, INOs. Oh, VXRT is going lower. Choking. There's support in the 260s on the multi-day. How much further can this go? I don't think this can go much lower, honestly. It's got a lot of support in the 257s. Should bounce off the 257s-ish. Yeah, it's kind of holding-ish that level. But so yeah, I'll go. So what did I took? Wow, I took $270 on VXRT. That's really nice. So 270 on VXRT. I lost 120 on VSTI, which was a stupid trade. But then I took a good, and then I took about 400 on INO, and I fucked it up. So so yeah, that's cool. 640, and then say I pay 100 borrowing commissions, 540. So it's a good day. Good lad, Addy. Addy, thank you for telling me. I totally missed that. How you doing, Stephen? Please, so pleased how well you are doing, trading, mate. Keep it up. Thanks, Brent. Appreciate it. And say hello to your lovely girlfriend or wife. You look like a beautiful couple. I come and give you cash. Ash, if you can figure out a way to do it, then for sure, just let us just leave me email. But I'm sure you can use PayPal without having an account. I just sign up for an account. It's really easy. That's my email if you want to contact us, and I should try and get on it. Next level is 240. Junk banking. Like Nate Diaz. I always get that from Nate Diaz. It's like he always does that from the UFC. Yeah, I'm really pleased I got that. Kind of what makes up for the other one. Trading tickers is excellent. Tandem Trader, I think the second one from Investors Underground is fucking great as well. The one with all the live trades is a really, really, really good DVD as well. I've saw it like 7 times. Time to quit the job and traveling. Let's hope so, mate. Dubai bank accounts. Yeah. Just tell us what you need, and I'll give it to you. Yeah. Tell us what numbers you need, like roll or account number, and I'll give it to you. Would you ever make your own course? I sell an Excel, which is what I use to track data on PayPal, and it's got like an hour guide to me strategy. But I sell it for like $50. I'm not into like $1,000 DVDs and stuff. It's not my style. I want to like help people, but I don't want to help too many people for too cheap. Higher nose in the 12s. Oh God! What the fuck? It's fell apart. That would have for sure been $1,000 day, but I can't have VXRT and INO. That's been spoiled. I don't really know him. I don't really know his style. I mean, obviously he's a profitable trader. Look, guys, look at INO right there. Oh. This is all out panic. So I covered at 1280. It went to 1290, maybe 1295, and then I missed out on the dollar a share. I mean, I would have been covering here, and then I would have probably missed this, to be honest. So I can't be too unhappy. I would have missed a lot of this move because I would have been too sensible. Anyway, I'm all out of trade, so I'm not stressed. That's good. Yeah, already answered that. Already answered that. Already answered that. Already answered that. GNMK. PSCI is ripping, by the way. Ripping. It's gone a fucking $1.50 a share since I covered. Now, I've already talked about this. I think I already answered it. No, I wouldn't. It's too steady an incline. It's not like 1 day of volatility. NAPT you mentioned. I feel sick with INO. Oh. I saw NAPT. NAPT is a really nice breakout. What's the question? Yeah. No, I know. I've already got it. I've already got it on the list. Yeah, it's really nice. Probably gonna have a day 2 as well. I'm just too scared to long it. Yeah, really nice run. Really nice breakout for sure. So I'm just double checking how much I'm on. I'm out of everything. I need to credit me. See if I can get any money back on VXRT. INO is cracking 4. I mean, cracking 12. Oh my God. I knew I was fucking right. I was right on everything except that PS whatever. But I mean, obviously I wasn't right. I was wrong because I covered. Can you believe? $11.91. I mean, this is. I put this down as a good learning. It's a good lesson to have wider risk to capture the full side of the move. I covered 15 cents off the top, and it absolutely fell apart as expected. Jesus Christ. First time getting you on live. I loved your explanation on INO this morning. I can't remember what I said, but thank you. Yeah, I think it was about the people getting such a gap up that they're going to sell at weakness. Yeah. Oh my God, guys! INO, check this shit. That is that's for sure $1,000 day. I wonder what the support is. The scary thing is, there's not really much. I mean, next real support level is 1040. Maybe 1180. See what people in the challenge are saying. Yeah, everyone's talking about it. Yeah, I mean, it's a decent crack, that. I covered the XRT on the 250s, right? Yeah, I did. So now it's at the 260s, so that was a good cover. Mind blowing. I know, mind blowing today. But like I say, it was pretty obvious. It's up from the 8s to the, I mean, it's up from the 7s to the 14s without a pullback, and it gapped up too much. You've definitely got a support on the daily at the 1170s, which is, so the support is the 1170s really. And it bounced off 1190, bounced just off it. That's what them longs and VWAP, that's what they get. So you get for trying to long a stock under VWAP. Like I say, I will not complain at $640. The GOAT, I was in the challenge, it was the same there. Green to red. Would you short a stock like everyone's talking about DCN? Let's have a look. Everyone in every chat room I'm in all talks about the same thing. Oh wow. Yeah, it was a ridiculous breakout. Really nice. Tricky one to play by the look of the chart. Oh my God. Are you kidding me? No wonder everyone was talking about it. You are joking. 100% drop. That's shocking. It's an OTC, that's why. The OTCs can do these crazy drops. That's shocking though, like new highs, holding, fucking collapse. I don't know if there was an offering. I don't know what the crack is with that, but that is suicide. Would you short a stock like? I wouldn't know. Well, I wouldn't know how to short that. I don't know how to. I'm a listed guy. I've never really. OTCs were like before my time. I started when OTCs had dried up by about a year. I know some people like them, like Papa John likes them and stuff, but Sublime Trades he is on Twitter, but it's not for me. INO's back in the 11. I borderline want to take that off because it makes us feel sick. But I guess the other thing, I'm going to have one more beer with you guys and answer questions. Then I'm going to bounce. It's like nearly 3 hours, 2.5 hours, 3 hours. But the other important thing is, we'll go full screen. We'll go full screen to say this. The most important thing is that as a trader, the market is completely uncertain. You can't really predict anything. All you can do is put the odds on your side with the right risk reward. You can't guess anything. Like, no one knows, like, because the market is a market of like millions of people or hundreds of thousands of people all buying and selling sporadically with all different strategies. Like, you can't guess what masses of people are all going to do in random. All you can do is make sure the risk rewards on your side. So every trader is not going to be perfect. No trader is going to be perfect. Everyone's going to make mistakes. As long as you're doing more things right than wrong and you're profitable at the end of the day, then honestly, you can't really beat yourself up over, like, I really fucked up, I know, like, I really fucked it up. But I did enough right today to bank that $640 on a day where none of my real setups were there. So what told you INO was done this morning after a week of green days? It's a good question. It gapped up too much. So I explained this before, and I'll repeat it because it was important. So like INO, you've got steady profit. When it went from the 12s to the 1320s, that's like a bit too big a gap up. And obviously it's up 4 days in a row. And then when you get this big gap up, a lot of people who are long from the 11s or even the 10s, they're like, I'm up a lot of money now. And it's just gapped up overnight and I'm up even more. So the first sign of weakness, people are going to get out of because they've got too many profits and they're itching to get rid of it. So when you get this kind of double top and then you get this lower high, it's like people are going to be like, I don't want to be in this anymore. I've got enough money in it. And obviously a lot of people are like, they were buying in the 1160s yesterday and they've woke up to 1340. So the first sign of weakness, they're going to get out. So when this lower high from the top and it fails to break out, you've got like a top, almost a quadruple top, then a lower high. People are like, nah. And in hindsight, the 1330 short to the 1190s is almost really easy. It's a really easy short. If you're shorting on the 1330s and risking the 1330s, you're not even coming close to getting stopped out. And to cover into the washes around the 12s and then expect it to come back to VWAP and reshort, in hindsight, in 2020, it's such an obvious pattern. And then for the bounce, and then it pops back up to then reshort this lower high is like obvious in 2020 vision and hindsight. But you get carried away and your emotions get carried away. And I was shorting in the 1270s. Yeah, thinking, if it pops, if it tries VWAP again, it's got to go through because it's a strong stock. But then obviously in hindsight, it's just a lower high on this high. So you've got to, I mean, my lesson is don't get too impulsive. Don't try and go full size thinking, oh, let's get full size 1280s. It's going to crack. It's going to go down to the 12s. Better get full size. Better don't be greedy for the money. Play the full chart pattern. Play the big picture. Because otherwise you'll stop yourself out. And I've stopped myself out so many times by getting greedy for thinking, oh, I can read the tape. Oh, I can read the tape. It's gonna wash. And a lot of the time I can read the tape, but like a lot of the time I can't as well. And I cost myself by trying to read the tape and trying to predict rather than just playing the pattern with the right risk reward. I cost myself about $400 missing this. 300 minimum. I cost myself missing this move. So I did all the hard work. I battled all of these ups and downs. I battled all this chop. I grinded 500 out of this. And then the easiest part of the move, I got greedy on and fucked it up. And I lost 300 on it. But I did recognize VXRT. And I really nicely shorted that. And I caught the bottom. So I played that I covered in the 250s. It's now in the 270s. So I really played that well. I really played well in this difficult chop, but then I left the easiest part of the move on the table. So like, it's fucking nuts. What do you think of Stephen Docks? I've met him quite a few times. I've interviewed him on the Steady Trade podcast, met him a few times. I think he's a genuine guy. I think he wants to help. I mean, obviously, English isn't his first language, and he fights to get over that barrier. But I think he cares. I think he's a caring guy. I think he's a good guy, and he's like, he reaches out to us. We chat. I chat to him sometimes on Skype. I chat to him on Instagram sometimes. I've chatted to him at conferences. He's a real good guy. He's a good guy. He's a genuine guy. He wants to make millions, like we all do. But he's a good guy. Let us show you PSTI, because this was a really important. This is why you should cut your losses. So PSTI, it's got a history of running, but it came into resistance when it topped here, and it topped here, then it topped here, then it opened here and failed. So this was, the 980s was a really good resistance level. So obviously short on resistance, long sell at resistance, because they're like, oh, it's at resistance, it'll fail. The important thing to do when it breaks 970, get out fast. Because when it breaks on 980, when it breaks a resistance level, it can run. This was the 980s, 960s resistance level. When it broke it, imagine, I thought, oh, I'll just short more. You know how down I would be right now? I would have lost everything and more. When this broke through, I was out in the 970s. I was like, oh, I'm out in the strength, but fuck it. I was out in the 970s. It's now in nearly the 1070s, 1050s. You've got to respect risk and cut. If it breaks a key level, get the fuck out. A lot of the money that I've made recently is from good profits, but a lot of it is by cutting losses. Big time. Right, guys, ask more questions. I'm having one more beer. I'll do till 3 hours with 2 hours 40. One more beer, few more questions, and then I'm bouncing. I've got no more trades. I'm not taking any more trades. I'm closing out $640. I just want to I'll send me mum and dad are in England, so it's only 7 o'clock for them. I'll send me mum and dad. Me mum and dad get excited when I send them money. Like when I sent me mum, she's daft. When I send me mum me winnings, she gets excited. She wants us to buy her a detached house. Maybe one day I will. See what you say. She's like, Reddit's true. I was like, left a lot of money on the table today, mom, but made $640. Can't complain about that for a small day, for a quiet day. I meant to say quiet day. Me mom and dad get excited because like $600, like that's like £500 in England. £500 is like a massive amount of money in England. Like most people's wages in England are £1,000 a month. So like I've just made like half a month's wages today for in England. She says brilliant. I'm like, yes, yes. No more trading. My mom's also like, have you stopped? Have you stopped? Have you stopped? Because she gets scared that I'm gonna like, she gets scared that I'm gonna like give it back or some shit. Guys, ask any questions you want. Like, I'm just locking me day up, so I'm just putting in my Excel. It's Thursday today. Nice. Thursday. So actually, I can show you guys what I'm doing. It's fine. So this is me profit and loss for April. So it's I'll put 641 in for now. No way, that's not true. Is it? No, it's not. Can you guys see this? I have not made 3.8k this week. Fucking hell. Fucking hell. Fucking hell, that's insane. That is unfucking believable. I have to tell me mom. Jesus. Fucking hell. Yeah, so I'm up, reminds of that ad. So yeah, I'll just talk you guys through. So obviously I started really well at 2,700 in the first week. Next week was 2.25. I was really tight on discipline. Then the next week, that Friday, I took a loss. I can't remember. I think I fucked up on a long. I can't remember. But anyway, it was a really good month. Another $2,000 month. Then the next month, obviously this month's been crazy. So this month I made 3.8k. I don't believe it myself. But I remember I had the 1,000. I was really disappointed about that Friday. Then on the Monday I made a grand 1.1. Then Tuesday I fucked up on MVRX. No, VXRT. I fucking fucked up long on it. And then Wednesday, SAEX draw was really good. Then Thursday is just today, so that's $640. Again, it should have been $1,000 day, but I fucked up on INO, which is now in the 1190s. And then we'll see tomorrow. But ideally, if I can scrape $200 tomorrow, it'll be a 4K week, which is just insane. Like I've had 1,000 weeks, I've had 2,000 weeks, but I've never had a 4,000 week. But this will be lower, so this might be like honestly 541. After commissions, no, it won't be 541. It'll be like 600. And then I have to take the borrow costs off because I add all the borrows up. And really, I'm after the borrows come off, I'm more like after all broker costs, I'm like nearly net 10 grand. Hopefully, I'll be net 10 grand by the end of this week. So it's purely profit for me, and then next week we'll see what happens. Yes, if fucking 3.8k a week is definitely my best week ever. It's fucking insane. Yeah, great month. Like I mean, what is it? Net profit, yeah, like net profit, I'm up like 11 grand this month so far, which is like, you know what I mean? Like, you know how you see, you see like Roland Wolf making 10 grand a month or 15 grand a month, or you see like other people having 10 grand a month, and you think, how the fuck do you make 10 grand from trading? Like, how the fuck do you do that in a month? Like, it's like, it's just something that would never happen to you. But it has, and like I look at the numbers and I can't believe them. But they're just there. Yeah, I lost 5K twice and it was suicidal. There was some tough walks around outside. Keep it tight tomorrow for sure. I feel like I've learned a lot on your live day. Thanks. We'll definitely try something. Try it small, bro. It's tricky. Too low price for you. What do you think about it? All right, let's. You guys can see the screen, right? Look at that. Okay. Let's go. What did you say? OAS. Nice volume. Coming into resistance, but the resistance doesn't matter. Don't like oil. I don't like that it runs one day and fails. Like say it did exactly this. Like this is a copy of this kind of thing, and it just went back down to the 40s the next day. So it's not a long, not a short, mate. I'd put it like that. Ash went through the same thing about a year ago. I took a break for two. You guys are talking to each other. I love that you guys like talk to each other and shit. I really like it's turning into like a mini chat room or something. I need to like make a little room or something. Off for dinner. Congrats on the week. Yeah, man. If I hit is it $4,000 this week? If I hit a 4K week, it's fucking crazy. Yeah, it is. Such good advice. I think I've answered all of the questions. We've got 14 minutes. Just so I hit the 3-hour line, I'm gonna do the 3 hours. So we've got 13 more minutes. I appreciate you guys all staying. Muzzy Wawaki Mississippi. I will send you the thing that I need to send you. I know the reversals didn't open. I'll tell you what, for the last 14 minutes, for the last 40 minutes, let's quickly just check. Let's have a final recap on the stocks that I was trading. So INO, we all know I fucked that up. VXRT. I would swing short this, but my broker charges is quite high fees, so I'm going to move broker soon. This is a nice swing short. It'll probably come down to the 240s, 230s, I think, unless they put some news out, but it's definitely overextended. It's definitely got a history of failing. In PSTI, I mean, it seems like I traded a lot, but these were the trades. PSTI, fucking solid breakout. Like honestly, this is probably the only thing with this is it's up too much. This is I'll put this on my Excel and I'll show you my Excel. But this is a really, 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 really solid breakout. I mean, did news come out? Nah, no news either. It's just like if this breaks the 1080s and it's already broke the 1080s once, 1085, it already broke it just. This, and when it breaks out, it gaps. I'm too tired though. I don't want to stay up. I don't want to stay up later. But this is a really, 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 really good breakout of the 1070s. So if you look at this level now, look how it gaps. Look, the last time it nearly broke out. It nearly broke out here. It gapped massive the next day. And then then it nearly broke out here, and then it came down. But then this time when it breaks out, it looks like it's going to gap and run again. At my schedule It's like, I'm not staying up till fucking 2 o'clock in the morning to watch this after hours. I'd rather not make the money. But this potentially, I mean, if it doesn't gap up tomorrow, even if it, say I have to put PSTI on, it's already on my list. But if this gaps to the 1080s and then holds the 1070s, 1075s in the morning, it's gonna rip like it did when I broke through this level. It ripped all the way to this one. You see how the chart respects the levels? Broke through, pulled back, held, rip, rip, rip. Look, pulled back right on resistance. I mean, if this consolidates for about another 20, 30 minutes, I'd probably buy it. I'm really tempted to buy it. Oh, what time is it? 10:20. The question is, do I take it small size? Honestly, I can't. Does anyone know? Does the company make money? Why is it up? Because what's the crack with it? It's a biotech. It's a fucking 52-week high breakout, man. And like, there's resistance here, but it's on no volume, so it doesn't count. PSTI is such a good breakout. Oh. What do I do? Guys, what do you guys think of PSTI? It's such a good breakout, guys. I hit center point's not that good anymore, so I'm going to go to Speed Trader Pro. Apparently, they've got really good borrows and good prices. Do you think there's much of a difference in your trade ideas now? Yeah, nah, dude. The way I can, yeah, it's totally different. My discipline's much better, but the way I trade is just way better. Like last year and this year, A, I can read the market significantly better. B, I can, believe it or not, I can read the tape better, although I fucked it up today. And C, just me plans. A, I stick to the plans. And B, the plans that I make are significantly better. And D, I really, really manage my risk reward really well. So I always start with like a couple of hundred shares, and then I build into a winner. So So yeah, I trade. Just like 3 years ago, I was terrible and I was winning 20% of the time. Then 2 years ago, I was winning 40 or 50% of the time, but my risk reward was wrong. Then 1 year ago, I was winning 70% of the time, but my risk reward was wrong. And then now I win like 80% of the time, and my risk reward's right. So it's just been an evolution. Congrats, Steve. You've done your man proud. Are you taking some cash out to celebrate? Nah, because it's fucking coronavirus and we're on lockdown. I'm not spending any money. I mean, I might get a massage tomorrow if I can get a masseuse to come to my house. That'll be an interesting one. But I'm not flashing cash. I'm not that type of guy. I'm from the northeast of England. I come from a working class town. All my mates work in factories. I'm not the type of guy to flash money, buy designer stuff. I'm in trading for the love of the game, and I'm in trading to help. I'm in trading to help to first learn it, love the game, and then help others learn too. So people don't have to be fucking in shit companies, shit jobs, shit wages. I really truly believe that we don't have a choice of where we're born or into what environment or what income. So trading is the only equalizer that no matter where you're from or who you are or what environment you're born into, through trading you can have anything you want if you work hard enough. So, and I know education's expensive for it, so I try and give people the opportunity to learn for very little. I try and be that equalizer. To give everyone a fair shot at life if they're willing to work hard enough. And I know that's very idealist. And it's easier for us to say, but I mean, it's just the truth. It's what I'm trying to do. I mean, that's why I've given you 3 hours of me time for absolutely no money when I'm fucking cashing in. Do you know what I mean? Like, I'm making a lot of money. I don't need to do this. I don't get anything from this. I'm just doing it because I want to help. 500 days at 10K a month. Yeah, boy, 640. What's 640 a day? Yeah, dude, 3.8K is sick. PSTI, yeah, man, PSTI. Is it a happy ending massage? I wouldn't like to say on the internet in case I get fucking arrested by the police out here. We're in a pretty strict place. 6 minutes to go, guys. So I'm gonna have a quick another look at PSTI. I'll tell you what. I'll do a couple of things now. So we'll have a quick analysis of PSTI, and then I'll show you. It's a big company. It doesn't make a lot of money. Like, it doesn't make any money, so that's not good. Let's see what the news is. I'm on the right fucking ticker. Hang on a sec. This looks weird. Yeah, it loses more and more money year on year. That's not good. Lost 35 million last year. That's not good. That's not a press release. I hate it when fucking they use words like game changer. It's a sign of fluff. See what they're saying? Microcap biotech, 40%, one trading session, check possible COVID-19. This is a weird press release. So PSTI is a small Israeli biotech company with promising preliminary data regarding. Okay, so it's got multinational clinical study to further explore the potential use of. Okay, so it's studying a cure like all the rest of them. Oh, now that's a fall. See, for me, I count that as a breakout potentially. I think for me that's a breakout. It hit like 1080, 1087. The breakout is 1080. Let's look properly. The breakout level is 1079. And it got up to 1087. So it has, as far as I'm concerned, it's broke out. When it breaks out, it gaps as well. Volume's not a lot. It's not a huge amount of volume. But I think the volume might come tomorrow. The question is, what's the downside of buying this? I mean, it's not going to. It's not going to do an offer, and I wouldn't expect. It says really, but it seems to apply to the Nasdaq rules. Let's see if it's got any actual SEC forms. Let's see if I can find out if it's actually got cash. So if a company's got cash, it won't do an offering. It says total. I mean, I don't know how to read these, right? But it says total cash 16 million. I don't know if I'm reading it right, but 16 million. It says it's got total cash 16 million. Cash, but its operating cash flow is minus 26 million. So I used to be able to know how to read these. Yeah, I need to know more about how long. I don't know how to do it. I'd say I wouldn't overnight this because I'm too scared and I don't know how to read company charts well enough to take a risk, and it's fell right off its highs. But it's definitely a buy for tomorrow. Wait there's loads of comments here. Steve saying could be more good news. I think it's a solid buy here in the mid tens. Yeah, I think so as well. I'm not very good at going long on stocks, so I don't want to overnight it because if I wake up to a massive loss, I'll be gutted. But yeah, I think we're on the right track. I think it's probably a gap and go. Dallas, thank you, appreciate that. Here comes the pullback. That is the pullback. PSTI cracked. It did. I am not someone who should give advice on longs. I'll show you me. I'm over 3 hours now, but I'll show you the Excel in a minute. Stocks scanners. I use stocks to trade. It shows you the top percent gainers. Thanks, Terry. I believe in karma. The more I give, the more I get. Thank you, V for Vega. Is a good buy as well. Yeah, at 175. WLL. All right, let's look at quickly WLL. PSTI. The way it's just fell there. I mean, that's probably a good dip to buy on, but it's not like it was a convincing break and then it dropped under. Like it was like a flicker of the tip of the candle. So I think let's wait till tomorrow to see what happens with PSTI. WLL is fucking. What are you saying? It's not a good buy, dude. WLL is a good buy as well in the 175s. I don't think so, man. I think it's a bad buy. I do not. I mean, I don't know oil, but I would not ever. If anything, I would short WLL. I would not be buying this. My plan on WLL tomorrow, and I hope it's part of my list so I don't forget about it. Yeah, my plan on WLL is to short anywhere from the twos tomorrow. I would not be going long this after it just collapsed like that. And like that daily is fucking not good. Honestly, what you're looking for here is it's traded 200 million, right? Tomorrow, if the volume is significantly decreased and it's in the twos, I will short heavy with comfort, honestly. Last thing I'll show you guys is just multi-day breakout. So I think one thing for all of you guys to start looking at, like I'm really tracking breakouts. So what is the level that it breaks out? So obviously for you go to PSTI. PSTI's breakout is $10.72. So the breakout level is 10.70. The breakout level is 10.72. What did the breakout top at? It topped at 10.88. So that was like a couple of percent gain. Obviously, this is not correct. This is for a different stock. So then, what did the breakout get to? Well, we don't know because it hasn't broke out yet. What was the percentage of the breakout? What was the reversal? So the reversal is like the 1020s so far. So I'm just tracking all of the data. What's the volume? What's the float? What's the volume versus the float in comparison? Did the breakout work or fail? Is it a former multi-day runner? PSTI is definitely a former multi-day runner. I'm talking myself in it. So basically, I only just started doing it a bit, but so actual breakouts that break out, I'm not sure if PSTI should fit into this because it was like a flicker of a candle above the highs. but 65% of breakouts work that that fit these criteria. And basically, PSTI, it's not got enough volume really now, not really, but the float's very low. So PSTI, I think, pretty much hits the criteria. Oh, should I buy? I'm fucking taking 100 shares of it. Fuck it. It's going to be a mistake, but fuck it. 100 shares is not a lot of money. This is obviously with a view to swing it overnight. So I'm long PSTI at 1030. I think that's a good dip. It's already broke out. It's given a good dip for a good price. I think this could gap up in the morning. If it gives Corona views, it definitely will. It's gapped up in the past. It's a former runner. You've got like the 4s to the 6s. So like if whatever, like say I've only took 100 shares, right? So my exposure is $1,000. I'm long for $1,000 from 1030. But if this does gap up like 20%, it's $200 for nothing. So I've took that. I mean, it might be a $200 profit. It doesn't really. It's never really gapped down. Like whenever it has volume, it like gapped up. Obviously, yeah, it had a big red day, so it failed. But on a green day, it's never gapped down. 1 second, I'm on the toilet. So just to reiterate, I am absolutely terrible at going long. I'm actually down $6 already. That's okay though. I am terrible at going long, but I think the data, for me, this classifies as a breakout, arguably, pretty much a breakout. 65% of breakouts work, and of those that work, 66% that are former runners also work. So the odds of this working is quite high. It's 2 out of 3 times it will work, right? Add to that, I'm getting it on a dip. Add to that, it's coronavirus. Add to that, it's already broke out and gapped well in the past. I think it is a decent trade. I think I'm playing it for a gap up tomorrow, and I'm not experienced doing this at all. PSTI would long 950, 975 dips tomorrow. Yeah, probably. I'm just playing it for the gap. We'll see. Webull has a nice free paper trading and free app. Not sure of the borrows. Never heard of Webull. Guys, he's keeping us. What's going on? HEL. 1 sec. Okay. It's not a breakout. Who said that? Ash. I mean, it's a multi-day breakout, but there's resistance everywhere, and there's no significant volume trade. There's no significant volume thing. Share your spreadsheet. It's $50. $50, and I'll give you the PayPal address. PayPal.me/. I don't obviously share it for free because I've spent about 1,000 hours crafting the spreadsheet, so I'm definitely not going to give it for free. And if I give it to too many people for free, you're going to learn my strategy, and I don't want too many people to learn it. So I think not charging $800 for it, charging $50 is a fucking good compromise. All right, so that's me. That's the link. If you want to buy the spreadsheet, that's the link. I will send it today, tomorrow morning, like in the next 12 hours, if you want it. But yeah, I cannot give it for free. I'm sorry. I think that's it, guys. Keep an eye on PSTI. I've only took 100 shares because I'm just experimenting. So if I wake up to a $100, $200 win or loss, it doesn't really matter. If I wake up to flat, it doesn't really matter. Aaron, that's the link. Just use PayPal. Just dropped it in there. I'll send it probably tomorrow morning. I'll try and send it right now tonight, but I'll send the guy with the crazy name. I'll send him the revised one, and yeah. So if you pay it now, then I'll send it all to you guys. Whoever buys it tonight, I'll send it. Do you not think the more people who follow your strategy, the stronger it is? I don't know, but I typically know that. Okay, I'll take a look at that, Ash. I don't really know. Wow, I'm up $10 on thingy. I don't really know, but typically people don't give the strategies and trading away when they've like studied for ages and ages and ages because they don't want people to copy what they've learned. But I'm not really. You guys know me strategy. We've just discussed it for 3 hours, and I'm giving you the Excel of the basis of how I formed it. So I mean, but I just don't want to give everything away to everyone. It's too naked. So have a quick look at PSTI, and then we'll be out. I'm tempted to add another 100 to this, honestly. But I mean, it fits all the criteria of a breakout. I'm very tempted to add, but I'll not. So I'm long PSTI from 1027. It's in the 1030s. I won't look at this, to be honest. I'll go to bed and I'll shut it off. I'm only in $1,000, so worst, it'll never. I never say never, but worst case, I think it should open in the 9s or something. So, but I think this is going to bounce. I think this should bounce off these 1020s. So, cheers, guys. Peace. It's been a good one. I've enjoyed it. I hope you've enjoyed it. I hope you've learned. And yeah, I mean, I'm over the moon. Like I say, I'm closing out 3.8K. I know I keep on going on about it, but it means so much. 3.8K a month out week, 3.8K a week, not month. 3.8K a week and 650. It's super good. So peace, live the dream. We will not fail. I know I used to say we will not fail so much in my first year, my first 2 years of trading. Like, we will not fail. I'll never give up, and I've never give up. And look where things are now. So peace. Have a good night.